Hi, I'm Kevin Rich, consultant with the Perth Mint. It's hard to imagine we're entering year 3 of the pandemic. And while it's important to look forward, it's also important to remember COVID's been very tough to predict. A year ago today, we were making projections for 2021. And when we look at those today, they were far off the mark because no one really saw the devastating effect that the variants, Omicron and Delta, would have on the economy. Banks are making their 2022 projections right now, and a lot of them are bearish on gold. And at Perth, we see some of those reasons, they say, but we also see a lot of reasons to be optimistic on gold. For instance, the jewelry sector, after a couple of years of almost no demand out of China and India, we see demand picking up. Central bank purchasing started picking up in 2021, and we see that continuing next year as banks bolster their balance sheets. Institutional use of physical gold out of Asia picked up strongly last year. Again, we see that continuing. The ETF area, an investment product, is probably the toughest one to call. Will we see another year like 2020 where we saw record inflows into those products, or like 2021 where we saw that reverse and we saw outflows? To get a sense of that, it's important to watch inflation, interest rates, and GDP. Those will give you a guide of what's happening there. The U.S. Fed and global banks around the world recognize they were probably too accommodative through the pandemic and have created an inflation problem, and they vowed to fight that. But they have to be careful not to crush GDP as they do that. As we enter what's going to be kind of another, we think, volatile and unpredictable year with COVID, it's important to remember the benefit gold has shown over the last 50 years in positive returns and diversifying effects in your portfolio. Thanks for joining me today, and have a great day.